Hi guys, you haven't met me yet. I'm Google Pixel 2 XL and it's been over 6 months since I was born. So I wanted to answer the following question. Am I the perfect phone? Well, let's find out. So I am the second version of Google's flagship phone and I have improved from last year's Pixel and Pixel XL in many ways. And I also have one popular drawback that we'll get into later. Starting off with my software, I run Android 8.1 Oreo and I am one of the smoothest, if not the smoothest, Android phone. Inside me is the octa-core Snapdragon 835 processor, 4GB of RAM, the Adreno 540 GPU, and a trick up my sleeve called Pixel Visual Core. Similar to the iPhone and previous versions of myself, including the Nexus phones, I am first in line for new operating system updates straight from Google. What this means is, as soon as Google releases the newest version of Android, for example Android P, I will be updated in a matter of days. Another software feature is unlimited, full-sized photos and video storage for up to 2 years on Google Photos when you purchase me. This is good for those of you who use your smartphone as your primary camera, which this smartphone is perfect for. Alright, so switching gears to hardware, a cool feature that I have is called Active Edge. Active Edge basically means that you can squeeze the bottom sides, like this, and Google Assistant will be at your service immediately. This can be remapped to do something else via a third-party app if you would prefer something else to get activated. This sometimes gets activated when I get picked up from the sides or taken out of a pocket, in which case the sensitivity can be changed by the user or the feature itself can be disabled altogether. Something cool I have that Samsung flagships have had for a while now is an always-on display. So with always on display, you can see the date, the time, and if you have any notifications, they show up right below the date. Along with all that information, I have a POLED display made by LG, which we will get into later. So the blacks that show up on this are basically turned off, saving battery life in the long run if you frequently check your phone. But this can also be disabled. I have another feature called Now Playing. This is basically Shazam, but this works without a connection, which is really convenient. The song name and artist shows up and you click on them for more information, such as a link to Spotify or YouTube or something like that. This is low-key one of the most useful features I have. In the previous version of me, the Pixel and Pixel XL, water resistance was absent, and that was quite a big thing for many consumers, especially Samsung users. That changed this year with me. The regular Pixel and I both now have IP67 water resistance, which basically means that doing what I just did will be harmless. More specifically, the 6 in IP67 means that I have complete protection from dust, and the 7 in IP67 means that I can resist water immersion for up to 1 meter. Either way, I'm confidently safe around water and dust, which is awesome. Now sure, my display is quite amazing with the 1440p resolution, but the cherry on top is spectacular audio. I can deliver exceptional music listening experience, use Google Assistant to answer your questions without compromising the speaker performance, wake you up when you need to by getting super loud, so great video isn't the only thing that matters. Now, something underrated is the biometric methods of unlocking devices like me. My method is a fingerprint scanner, as you can see, a terrific one actually. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but basically I get the fingerprint right almost always and super fast. But what's the point of me being this good if I don't even last a whole day? Well, actually I do. I have a 3520 mAh battery powering all these things, but in addition to the huge battery, my operating system is very optimized. Because of the operating system optimization, I can easily last a whole day, so that's something a lot of devices in my generation struggle to achieve. Only one that matches me could be the iPhone 8 Plus. And even if somehow I don't last a whole day, I do have quick charge. 7 hours of usage in 15 minutes of being plugged in. Wow. So I saved the best for last, the thing that everyone knows me for, how I see the world, my cameras. Now you might be thinking, wait, this smartphone only has one camera. Apple and Samsung flagships and many other phones have dual cameras. What's so great about this? Well, hear me out. So I do have great hardware, 12 megapixels at f1.8, OIS as well as EIS, but in addition to all this great hardware, I have extraordinary software to go along with it. Basically, Google built unique software alongside precise hardware to provide one of the best, if not the best, image processing on any smartphone camera. If you want to know more about it, the article about it is linked in the description. But basically, great hardware is great, but great hardware paired with exceptional software results in near perfect image quality. Images that I take are clear, sharp, colorful, balanced, and just overall nearly perfect. I don't have any manual modes, but the auto mode is perfectly fine. The thing with me, however, is despite having only one camera lens, I can take amazing portrait photos, as you can see. and this is thanks to split pixels in my sensor itself as well as machine learning. Also because of machine learning, even though my front camera doesn't have split pixels, it can take amazing portrait selfies. Comparing to the iPhone 8 Plus and Galaxy Note 8, the Pixel 2 is probably the most artificial looking, but at the same time, the most pleasant looking. Bottom line, my camera is one of the best, if not the best camera on a smartphone to this date. So switching gears from the good stuff to the bad stuff, which isn't a lot, literally just 2 things. Now, it's not bad anymore, but a display on a mobile device is one of the things interacted with the most, so it's expected that a display in this day and age is really good quality, especially for the money. Well, my display consists of 2 major things that could make or break someone's purchase decision. The first thing is what I'm showing you right now. Any OLED display tend to have like a blue shift type of thing, as you can see here, but the Pixels, this one, it's really dramatic just on a slight angle, as you can see. But no one's gonna use their phone on an angle, no one's gonna use me on an angle definitely, so it doesn't really make sense to complain about that. But the second thing was super damp, unsaturated, not colorful colors on the display. But Google did address this in a often referred to as November update. They released an update and they provided 3 options, either natural, boosted, or saturated. And the first 2 didn't really do much. Natural was the first one that came out, which was barely like anything. But the saturated one was the one that pretty much fixed it. So now that's also not a problem anymore. Moving on to the final thing about me, the ironic thing that I was talking about, the removal of a headphone jack. Remember how I mentioned that there was something ironic about this? Well, the older versions of me, the Pixel and Pixel XL, has headphone jacks and made fun of Apple for removing the headphone jack from their iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. So because of this, Google included a dongle, but I did have a problem with the dongle in the beginning where it wouldn't really play music or anything, so I did contact Google and they did send me a replacement dongle for free, but regardless, dongles still suck. So in the beginning of the video, I asked the question, am I the perfect phone? No. There is no perfect phone, including myself. However, I do have quite a unique set of features that many users prefer. Honestly, it comes down to one main thing. No matter how good the hardware is, software is what makes or breaks a phone. In my case, I have a near perfect blend of both. Hardware, great. Build quality, great. Battery life, great. Performance, amazing. Display was meh. It got better though. And best of all, cameras. One of the best, if not the best. So yeah, I am quite awesome. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like and share it. If you guys didn't like it, tell me why in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching and subscribe to see more.